What is up, Aries? Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's Shanny with Healing Elements here for your February 2020 reading, which is kind of unorthodox. I've done Pisces and Aquarius so far, and it turned out great. I'm going to go ahead and get right to it. Next month, I may go back to the other structure where I give, of course, channeled messages along with a variety of cards, but this is going to be out of one deck, and it's going to be a 12-card spread. This is gorgeous. It's the Larker deck called Familiar Tarot. And I've shuffled quite a bit, but we'll continue to do so as we get to your reading. And the 12 card spread is going to be set up like this. So each card will be representative of a certain vibe, energy, and it will be the 12 signs of the Zodiac and what, in a nutshell, that Zodiac sign represents. So first card will be, like you guys, the first sign in the Zodiac, the Aries energy. And so second will be Taurus, and so on. And I will take you through, as we go through the reading, because it is a lot. And also I will put down, in the description box, exactly an explanation of this whole process. So this will be, again, a 12 card spread. And as we go, I will get you messages from the cards in each position that will match for 10, perhaps or potentially an area of your life that fits that energy or the need for that. So go ahead and cut the deck, you guys, and give you 12 cards, and we'll go from front to back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. Thank you, Spirit, and blessings, love, and light to everybody. I hope you're well on to a very fruitful and prosperous and all that good stuff new year, February 2020, you guys. So first card is your energy. So the first card is indicative of the energy surrounding Aries. So the leap being without thinking vibe, that ferocious flair to get something accomplished, whether or not you have the guidelines and rules or exactly how shit is going to go down. This is the Hermit card. So the Hermit is a major arcana. Perhaps you are feeling very self-reflective right now in Aquarius season. Maybe you are reflecting on how you can go about things differently in your life, on how you can go about that approach, getting things done, pulling out your weaponry when needed with a vengeance, some creative weaponry, also some, verbal weaponry, anything that is going to get you, through to the next round. I feel like perhaps right now you're pulling back from that. Your typical energy. This is what I get from the Hermit card, is indicative of pulling back and reflecting and in self, searching thyself, going inward and taking, a look, sitting back and taking a look at what has gone down and exactly, those steps that led you to where you are, and perhaps reevaluating that, taking some time and doing some research. So it's all about that Virgo type of energy, Aries. So for you, maybe you're pulling back, you're getting back into, your safe space, so to speak, and reevaluating, what kind of volatile, quick, action that will help thyself. Aries, the first fire sign in the Zodiac, speaks of honoring thyself. So perhaps that is a message from someone out there. The second card is the second energy we'll talk about, the energy of Taurus. Second sign in the Zodiac is Taurus, and you got the 10 of Pentacles, guys. So that's beautiful. Speaking of safety and security. So Taurus is energy speaks of patience and trust and the divine architecture type of vibe. So Aries, if you guys have, constructed something and it perhaps is going very slowly, because that's Taurus energy, very slow, patient type of vibe, down to earth and methodical. Again, like the divine architect is a word I always use for Taurus, because they understand it's going to take a slow, methodical process to lay the foundation just right, taking your time, enjoying like food, enjoying the sun, enjoying sleep while you go, because that the more nourished you are with aesthetic things that please you around you, the more quality work you're going to have. So I feel like what provides you safety and security is having, less of, which is interesting that I'm reading it this way, but less of that Aries approach, leap before you think type approach. I feel like this is coming in saying security comes sometimes with taking things slowly. So these two first cards are representative of earth energy. The Hermit, the self-reflective Virgo type thing. And for this Taurus position, it's all about, your base chakra, right? You know, the Archangel Michael type of the base of your spine, feeling secure, feeling, you know, very safe in the way that you are taking care of either monetarily, you know, like with an abundance of, you know, fruitful, sustainable items, food, you know, money, travel expenses, things like that. And I feel like it's telling you guys, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, have some patience and self-reflect onto what exactly is going to be the best, you know, the best way to go about getting and achieving these things. Perhaps it's not that, you know, approach that you've taken in the past. Go get 'em approach. Perhaps there's like a little spin on something that you need to recognize in this Aquarius season, doing things unorthodox or with adjacent type of possibilities. Okay, so the third position is going to be the energy of Gemini, and you got Five of Cups. So Gemini represents communication and commitment, and this Five of Cups is representative of sadness. Okay, this Five of Cups comes up sometimes when we feel regret, when we feel like if we had just done something, it would have came out a different way, and maybe you're stuck on this. You're not able to communicate because, again, Gemini's vibe is all about communicating, you know, effectively and efficiently, you know, speaking your truth. So perhaps you haven't done that area, spoke your truth about whatever makes you sad, or if you're dealing with a Gemini, maybe you need to communicate something down there in your sentiments that needs to be revealed to that person. This could be indicative of anyone you're trying to communicate with. So if you have, you know, some sort of inner, you know, heartache, if you have something, even if it's just an emotional twinge, not so much like devastating sadness, but something that needs to be communicated about what you are feeling slighted on, I really feel like it's saying go ahead and speak on that, since it's in the position of Gemini. Speak on that, especially if it is like the Lover's card in tarot. Lover's card in tarot represents Gemini. It's the angels of commitment and partnership and communication through that symbiotic energy exchange. So if you are sad about any kind of, you know, thing that's gone down in your love life, it's Spirit is like, communicate this now. So next position is, we did Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Next position, fourth sign of the Zodiac, is Cancer. So this is the Knave of Wands in this deck. This could also be the Page of Wands in traditional tarot, or Page of Rods. And this is symbolic of a message coming in. And I feel like it is your card. Aries, this is a fire card. This is, you know, wands or rods. It is your energy, creative flow that will be productive. So if there's a message that comes in that where we are now in this spread is talking about what nurtures our soul, what makes us feel comfortable and at home, what makes us feel protected, what we describe as feeling home within a committed relationship, perhaps in our occupation, who we surround ourselves with, our soul family or family members. So if there's a message that's coming in to provide creative solutions on how you can feel more nurtured, take these cards, you know, to heart. If you were sad about, you know, something, and you had to self-reflect in order to feel more safe and secure in your life in any different way, there may be a message that you can get from Spirit, perhaps, or creative solutions that you're able to tangibly look at as someone as like a lead by example type of scenario, and move forward with making yourself. This is a very powerful fiery card. Like, use your fiery leap before thinking energy in this regard to tell your authentic self, to give yourself some sort of guidance, inner, you know, internal guidance, and a message onto how you can nurture yourself better, different creative ways to self-care, something maybe you've never tried before. And the next position, the fifth card in this spread, and the fifth sign in the Zodiac, is a sign of Leo, speaking of our truth in the way in which we love. So the purification of love, the pure love that we search desperately, all of us, to find. Aries, you got the Five of Swords. Wow. So this talks about conflict, abrasive type of conflict. This is swords. You could be dealing with Gemini. You could be dealing with Aquarius. You could be dealing with a Libra. But this talks about, you know, enemies coming at you and a lot of conflict. And I feel like because this is in the position that rules love and the purification of love, I feel like you may have felt deprived of a contentment. You know, you've felt deprived of something that you perceive to be a pure state of love. And I feel like right now this message is talking about, you know, let your heart go. Let that shit go. Anything that has hurt you, easier said than done, right, Aries? Let that shit go with an abrasive approach, right? Relieve yourself from this abrasive type of conflict. Relieve yourself from even giving a shit about any enemies. And that is where your heart chakra is going to be unblocked, right? The heart chakra is representative of Leo. You're going to feel pride in, loving yourself more than loving these conflicts, loving this abrasive energy. No one loves that. It's drama. So the sixth card in this spread and the sixth sign in the Zodiac is the energy of Virgo, and it's 3 of Swords. Wow, tough reading. So this is talking about perhaps third party getting in, your business, interfering perhaps in your love life. Could be dealing with 2 different lovers that you're not sure. This is an air sign energy, Swords, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini once again. But Aries, this is in the position of Virgo, which talks about, just like the Hermit card, talks about, self-reflection, talks about methodical, practical ways that we attain our goals. And if it's not right, then do it again and do it to perfection, in which you are able to, see a new recipe, I want to say, for you guys, like a new recipe to make a better meal. I really feel like if there has been a third party situation that has perhaps caused you heartache and conflict, this is definitely allowing you to, in this Virgo position, take a look, go back to the first sign that represents you guys, right? Aries, this is representative. The Hermit, self-reflect, take time to strategize. Again, this reading is completely polar opposite from what I usually get from you guys, but, take away from your Aries inclinations to just get shit done and go with a vengeance forward, trudging through the mud, without any supplies. This is talking about pack up your supplies. Think about the strategy that you're going to take next time to avoid all of this conflict, to avoid any third party situation, to avoid any pain in the future that you've had to endure because of perhaps a scenario that makes sense to you. So the 7th card in this spread is indicative of the Libra energy, what is needing to be balanced. And what is needing to be balanced is the major arcana right here, the Star, for you guys. This speaks of faith, having hope and faith. So Aries, have you been lacking in hope and faith that something is going to work out? Do you need to balance that within yourself? Have you perhaps put too much faith into something, an opportunity, a relationship, something like that? You put too much blind faith, like your beautiful energy represents, but it has not panned out as you thought it was. Well, you know what? Guess what? This is saying balance out your ability to see that other relationships, other career paths, other scenarios do provide you joy in other ways. And you just have to switch your perspective. Just shift it a little bit, Aries. This is asking you to have hope and faith that there is balance coming to you, if perhaps have been in balance for all these reasons we just talked about. Gorgeous reading, Aries. So for the 8th position in this spread, this is indicative of Scorpio energy. You have the 8 of Pentacles. Beautiful. Talking about hard work. It's not, you cannot see it yet. So yes, have hope, have faith. Hard work needs to be put in self-reflecting into how to turn this situation or the way that you're feeling around. So this is talking about, if you put in the hard work and really do what I'm, channeling to do, it's fuck the haters, put your hope and faith back into the fact that shit can be maybe even more fulfilling to you if you go a different route than you ever thought would bring you happiness. This is talking about putting your nose to the grindstone. Aries, the 9th position is the Sagittarius energy, and you have got Temperance. Beautiful, right? Everything takes a little bit of temperate water. You need to tread sometimes with patience and with virtuous kind of grace and elegant, non-abrasive energy. So again, this whole reading kind of goes against what typically is an Aries sun, moon, or rising's first inclination, is to, not trust, is to not have that slow approach of that silent grace of faith and of knowing. But this is a major arcana, and it will, I'm telling you, your good vibes will multiply exponentially if you are able to just put this balancing type of sweet strut type of vibe, like an elegant, graceful demeanor, you know, when approaching this, and put in the hard work and know that with temperance, you know, with a little bit of faith that is not blind, faith because you're putting in the work, you know that temperate waters is just going to be just right for you to dive into. So the 11th card in this spread and 11th sign in the zodiac, the Capricorn energy, you got the 7 of Swords. Okay, so this is talking about new trajectory altogether, new plan of action. Shit's getting heavy, shit is all around you, and you are needing to have something new come and replace what has not served you. So this is talking about hard work. Capricorn energy is all about, you know, definitely backing up what we had in this position as far as the 8 of Pentacles energy. This is all about really, really putting yourself out there for this new trajectory with an element of a plan, a strategy. You know, you need a new trajectory. You need a new plan of action for whatever is relating to you, whatever's been going on. And I feel like this is a call to action to you to put in that dutiful work and to try it again and get back up and keep on climbing the mountain, but very slowly like a goat would, self-reflecting all the while, like that first card coming up, the Hermit card. This is talking about change. You need a new trajectory. The 11th card in this spread, which is indicative of the 11th sign in the zodiac's energy, Aquarius energy, is the Queen of Swords. Bam. So if you need to approach something unorthodox, perhaps it is time for you to be very detached. Perhaps Aries, you have the ability to be like, yeah, bye, babe, bye. But perhaps you haven't done it, and it's a call to action to say, hey, you need to take shit into your own, your own hands to make a change. So if you need to be abrasive and totally go in a new trajectory, make a new strategy, implement this shit, whether people approve of these decisions or not, this is like, boom. This is definitely indicative of an Aquarius energy anyway, this card. And so coming up right now, when we are a season Aquarius, this reading is for February 2020. It's letting you know that you have all you need. This is about an independent woman, this card, or man, or whatever you subscribe to gender-wise, but this is all about an independent, I don't need shit from anybody. Put your sword down and be like, I'm the ice queen type of shit, right? It's like almost like an energy of the widow too, they say sometimes in tarot, the widow or somebody who has had to be destitute and has had to go through all these challenges and conflicts thus far in life, but now you're keen to be like, fine, fuck it, if I need to live alone, if I need to self-reflect for as long as I need to, well, so be it. I'll detach and remove myself from anything I need to in order to do this with a vengeance and with a quick-witted tongue, able to communicate whatever you need to out to anybody you need to, even yourself, in order to accomplish this. So the 12th sign in the zodiac is Pisces, and the 12th card in this reading is 6 of Cups. So in the position with the watery element, Pisces position is all about the watery element. And this is, I want to say, for you guys, you are really having a lot of past nostalgia about past love. And I feel like even though this is a general reading for this month, for February 2020, it asks, us with the 6 of Cups in the Pisces position. Pisces position is blending all of the other elements of the signs together, and it's a more evolved, spiritually based sign or energy. And this is asking you, yes, to reflect, please, on that nostalgia. Reflect back on the past loves. However, don't get lost in it's not going to happen. The conflicts shaped my life. All of this energy of not being temperate or of leaping before I thought without self-reflecting and putting in hard work. It's okay. The Pisces is like the magic energy. It's talking about, you put in your intentions, anything that you dream up. And, I, of course, in this reading, put hard work toward in the elements of spirit and love and self-care is going to pan out and bring forth so much fulfillment. And a change is needed to do this is what I really want to channel to you guys. So whatever that means to you, whatever you're thinking about changing. Perhaps it's talking about, the message to you guys about changing the trajectory with the way that you dealt with your emotions in the past. That could be the case. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I love you. I welcome you to comment down below. Let me know how you liked or disliked this 12 card spread reading. I am trying something new this month and thought it would be neat to introduce it. I appreciate, as always, all of you guys. I really do, letting me vent and like talk it out. And this is just my favorite flex, as they would say in the youth arena. I love it. I appreciate you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you. Thank you. All of these people, even, my regular commenters, I appreciate you guys so much. I hope that I respond as much as I should, but thank you, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, for being a part of my journey. I wish you nothing but love, light, and blessings, really, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Not just for Aquarius season, but for always. But if you're going through something, it seems like a lot of you may be going through some dark days or just some conflicts that you're having to overcome and self-reflect on. I hope that it does work out for the better good for you. That's all I ever wish for people. And just use that positive affirmation, attitude, and law of attraction to be grateful for things every day in order to receive, and you should be good. Blessings, love, and light, my beautiful Aries Rams out in the Aries Nation. Bye-bye.